I was diagnosed with cancer. I had a scan at 7:30 in the morning, and it clearly showed a tumor on my pancreas. I didn't even know what a pancreas was. The doctors told me this was almost certainly a type of cancer that is incurable, and that I should expect to live no longer than 3 to 6 months. My doctor advised me to go home and get my affairs in order, which is doctor's code for prepare to die. This was the closest I've been to facing death. No one wants to die. Even people who want to go to heaven don't want to die to get there. And yet, death is the destination we all share. No one has ever escaped it. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you truly want to become. Everything else is secondary.
The other three habits are the strategies to be successful in our life. The first one, begin with the end in mind. Second one, put first things first. And third one, sharpen the saw. The three principles are interconnected. You need to have a dream to begin with the end in mind. We need to be motivated by the ultimate purpose of your life. The other book, The Alchemist. The most quoted sentence, statement from this novel is the inspiration that Santiago received while he was on his journey towards his personal legend, towards his destination, towards the destiny for which he was born, for which he was created. Whenever he was upset, what prompted him, what inspired him to go ahead, to forge ahead on his destination was this particular inspiring statement. When you want something to happen, the whole universe will conspire so that your wish comes true. Ultimately, a person's success depends on the goal, the purpose that he sets or she determines. What is the legacy that you are going to leave? What is the personal legend that you have left for the world during the years of your sojourn on earth? You need to have that vision, that personal statement in your life. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
In habit 2, begin with the end in mind, is a clear and powerful declaration that you are the guardian, the protector of your identity, of your future. In essence, habit 1 is the awareness that you are the programmer. It's the budding awareness that the best way to predict your future is to create it. Habit 2 decides what your life is about, and everything would flow from that. Every decision, large and small, would be a function of that. Not only what your identity is, but what your purpose is. What is your vision of what your life is about? You are the programmer, then write the program.
The second one is put first things first. It implies prioritization. It is not enough to have a goal. It is not enough to have a dream. You need to make sacrifices. You need to come out of the comfort zones, what you are used to. A person who is with a goal, with a vision, should know what is important, what is urgent and should not focus on trifles.
Would everyone write down on your paper, what to you are the first things? What are the first things to you? What are the most supremely important things of your life? Things speaking in a generic sense, people, relationships, family, health, integrity. What are the first things? Just list 5 or 6. Now prioritize them. This is the toughest part of the thinking process, the prioritization. What would you say would be number 1? Then number 2. Then 3, 4, 5, and so forth.
In the book, The Road Less Traveled speaks about the basic 2 principles that a human being applies in his or in her life. The principle of instant gratification and the principle of delayed gratification. A person with a goal, a person who is fully rooted in the dream, a person who goes by the inner call will always sideline, ignore the outer call, will not give in to the passing realities, transient pleasures. And the last one, sharpen the saw. A person can survive only when he or she is capable of rising to the occasion.
You know, physically exercising, mentally sharpening the saw, continue your education, spiritually recommit yourself to your ultimate value system, and to live by your conscience.
When a person keeps abreast of the times, you need to sharpen the tongue. You need to sharpen the brain. You need to sharpen the heart so that we become attuned to the latest development. We need to go for constant renewal.
With a degree from this outstanding institution, you have everything you need to get started. You've got no excuses. You have no excuses not to change the world. Did you study business? Go start a company. Or why not help a struggling non-for-profit find better, more effective ways to serve folks in need? You study nursing? Go, understaffed clinics and hospitals across this country are desperate for your help. You study education? Teach in a high-need school where the kids really need you. Give a chance to kids who can't get everything they need maybe in their neighborhood, maybe not even in their home, but we can't afford to give up on them. Prepare them to compete for any job anywhere in the world. You study engineering, help us lead a green revolution, developing new sources of clean energy that will power our economy and preserve our planet.
What is best today will become obsolete tomorrow, after a week, after a month. And therefore, a person should be well informed, well read, a person who is up to date with everything that is happening around the world. We need to catch up with the latest developments in every sphere, particularly the sphere that the person has chosen to travel on. Only then you can become a successful individual.
Many of our current challenges are unprecedented. There are no standard remedies this time around. We need your daring, we need your enthusiasm, we need your energy, we need your imagination. A willingness to follow your passions, regardless of whether they lead to fortune and fame. A commitment into doing what's meaningful to you, what helps others, what makes a difference in this world. I know starting your careers in troubled times is a challenge, but it is also a privilege. Because it's moments like these that force us to try harder and dig deeper to find the greatness that lies within each of us. Don't stop adding to your body of work. I can promise that you will be the better for that continued effort, as will this nation that we all love.
How original is this book? What is the uniqueness of this particular work? What is the unique selling proposition, USP of this novel? How different is this novel from the other novels? For example, Paulo Coelho has written several other novels. He has written the novel Veronica Decides to Die. He has written the novel The Fifth Mountain, Hippie. Stephen Covey also has written other books. The Eighth Habit is another bestseller. And there are also several other self-help books, international bestsellers. How unique, how different is this book that I am presenting before the readers, before the viewers? It is a Herculean task. Only a voracious reader, only a person who knows the subject in depth will be able to craft book reviews.
I think President Mays put it even better. He said, whatever you do, strive to do it so well that no man living and no man dead and no man yet to be born can do it any better.